Oh! Ah! After the triple perfect! This is what he does to him! The set that put the world on fire right here. What did he do? So we're going to watch this set here of the top 8 qualifier where a Xiaoyu player from the Ivory Coast manages to get a triple perfect against a Jun player within the top 8. This is wild. We're going to look at everything they do. We're going to write it down and we're going to figure out how they did this. Let's go.
Wow, dropping the heel right away, Shaoling. In Shaoling fashion, just able.
We're gonna just watch it at first, and we're gonna go back and start pausing and stuff.
Look at this. Look at that combo as well. Beautiful. That's 50% gone already. Now got to guess. Go to the low.
Oh my God!
There's the first one. Number 1.
Once you get that spike into the flip over, you have heat activated. It's just like the punishment has been amazing all day.
Dude, he's been doing.
This is Paradise Game Battle, Tekken World Tour event.
Just add him onto that list.
Day 1. This is winners quarterfinals.
Oh my goodness!
This round I saw. Godlike.
I've seen this movie before. Is this deja vu? What is going on? Shaoling, can he do a hat trick here?
AMD hasn't
Starts off with down forward 2.
Oh my God!
Another forward forward 4. That's godlike move. Yeah, forward forward 3. I mean forward forward 1.
But the punish?
No!
Knocked him over.
There's no way!
Oh my God.
God match!
My dude's voice cracked.
Triple perfect here, ladies and gentlemen.
Which one is he? Is he one on the right or left? I don't even know. I can't tell. I can't tell who it is. I think he's kind of left.
He's here to make a statement, ladies and lads. Trying to get into the top 8 here in the winner's side. They went rematch, but they have to go to a stage select. What the hell?
Okay, so looking at the faces, it's probably this guy who's getting his cheeks clapped. But it could be this guy. I don't know. He looks too carefree to be having just asses gotten clapped like that.
Ivory Coast, dude, goosebumps. I cannot believe we just saw that.
Maybe it's him. He's like, oh God, what the fuck? I can't believe this shit. No, it's looking like him now. No, I think he was the one who got clapped. He's thinking. No, it was definitely him who got clapped. The guy on the right got clapped.
He activated. You have to take the hypnotist mix up, and he was every single.
Bro, my bro gave him a tap on the shoulder. Like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that happened to you live on stream. That everybody's watching this. You were going to be famous. Like, I'm so sorry for you. That's what that. It had to be him. It had to be him. But the Xiaoyu player, looking like a real fucking Xiaoyu player right here. No emotion, no nothing. Goddamn right, just take care of business.
If we combine the
Don't even look at him.
how long each round went, it wouldn't even be 60 seconds. That was crazy. I mean, please someone clip that and put that in TWT history.
That's definitely going on Twitter right now.
Please,
I know.
please.
Bandai Namco Esports. Check it out.
Yes.
I know there's going to be a clip right there, but we've
Esports.
got to get back into it. Posh, can you bring it back after that?
That's what's hard. I mean, we did say, K-Witz did say, have the goldfish memory. Wipe it out. You got to get able to move on.
Start with one hit. There it is.
Okay, cool. That's the start.
He's been hit.
It's still an uphill battle.
Nice movement.
It is possible for AMD to come back and
Got him.
Starts with a single step. And
Oh,
he's got that step.
nice.
He's got that combo. This is what I'm talking about. There we
Nice.
go.
Spag 2024. I love that. Here we go. Let's see if he takes that first journey here. But Shaoling, though, he's so dangerous.
There you go. Firecracker. And again.
Double.
Again.
Okay, nice
No
so
punish.
far. AMD has to slow this down.
Yeah, he goes for the tail flip. Activates heat just to make sure into the death fist.
Oh.
And that's the, I think
Oh my God.
low a lot. AMD not blocking low.
That jump player should be pressed. What the fuck?
Blocking low. Those legs are looking a little bit vulnerable. Let's see if MD can.
What the fuck? One more time.
AMD not blocking low. Those legs are looking.
Back turn. Holds down back 3. Into it. Does it again. Does it again.
Let's see if MD can maybe see some can-cans.
Oh, this is what's kind of scary when Shaoling starts dancing on.
Whoa!
MD can bring it back. Maybe see some can-cans.
Oh, this is what's kind of scary when Shaoling starts dancing on you. Look.
Oh! Ah! After the triple perfect! This is what he does to him! Okay, how far does he get? Was this his last fight of the night? This is his last fight of the night. Okay. So tomorrow's day 2. I can't wait to see what's going to happen tomorrow. Oh my God.
Open him up, and now he's definitely going to reap the rewards, collect his power.
Oh my god.
Find the wall as well. This is not looking good for AMD.
Spike into guaranteed damage, into mix-up time.
Uh-oh, we've seen it again.
Yep.
Oh, no, don't tell me.
Oh, he drops his combo.
Nice block on the low. All right, AMD trying to win it back.
Still the parry out. I forgot I had the parry.
It would have been,
That was
yeah.
another perfect.
Oh,
I got regular old parry.
spends the heat, but now able to get a cloud kick. No
Nice.
on Shaoling's side.
Okay, guaranteed.
What?
Trying to get
Backing
the
off.
health back. Can't use any more of those late rays of.
So I'm also looking to see how does he play differently when he's not in heat.
For him to move on to top 8.
Yeah, well, he'll be going up against John maybe. We'll
Yeah.
check the bracket, later on. But
We're seeing a lot of that forward 3 into down back 3 or down back 4.
Oh my God! Find the corner as well. We've seen this before. Spag, not looking too good.
this is not looking good, bruv. It's not looking good.
He's going for it.
Hey, we got mix-up time, 50-50. Goes for the
Mid.
mid.
Uh-oh.
Again.
Go low again. He went low.
Oh
3
my
times.
god.
And that is 6 rounds straight on the side of Shaoling. The man is
Well
ready
done.
for top. Ian and Jin Kazama as well.
Plus this again.
Rare. When someone's normally called a
You're
character,
right.
they don't play that character.
Shout out to Super Akuma, needing a lead right now.
That's it.
Okay, here we go.
All right, let's get it. Shaoling, one of our favorites, to go very.
Forward 4 canceled into
All right, let's get it. Shaoling, one of our
forward 4.
favorites.
Stays in hypnotist for a hot second. 2 steps. Back dashes out. Crouch. Side steps into forward dash. Down back 2. Okay. Shaoling notes. Forward 4. Hypnotist. 2 steps. Cancel back dash. Side step right. Cancel. Dash. Down back 2.
Very far. Our
That was a lot of. Hold up. He just fucking did what?
All right, let's get it. Shaoling, one of our favorites.
It's gonna be one of those kind of match. One of these. This is one of those kind of streams, y'all. Be ready. Get ready.
Very far. Our
Is Jin negative there? Probably not. Challenge. Randomly with standing 4 to get counter hit.
grand finalist.
Then what you do? Into 3+4 mid ground hit.
Last year, goes to the Magic.
Yep. After 3+4 ground hit. 3+4 hit. Dash up. Is he gonna dash up back? Is he gonna dash up down back 2? Or is he gonna dash up mid?
Into
Mid. He dashed up mid. Post wake up mixes. Down back. Down back 1. Also, is our audio okay? We're sounding, everything's coming through. Down back 2.
guarantee
What the fuck?
our favorites to go very far. Our grand finalists from last year goes to the Magic 4 into a guarantee.
Huh? Oki magically hits side steps?
Guaranteed flip over. Here we go.
Okay.
Do we know that one?
Storming flower.
We know that one too.
Ball combo. Nice block on the low.
Side step right. AOP.
I could have gone side.
Cancels it.
He's able to
Into down. Because that's what we want to take. AOP into 2-1. Back. Cancel. Pressure with back turn down, down back 3 instead of the mid follow-up from AOP. Okay, cool.
To get it.
He's +2.
Flower for the wall combo. Nice block on the low.
See sidestep, down AOP,
That could have gone sideways.
cancels it.
Able to get it.
Down back 2, normal hit, / block. Frame trap into down forward 2. Is he gonna do the whole thing or just the first part?
This is what Shaoling.
Wait, why would you do that? Because your opponent's gonna duck normally. Unless they're flash ducking, in which case they would stand back up. Which is probably why he did it. Cool. Threaten the hit check. Down forward 2 on block. Stop the string. Into down back 2. Very new to this 3D fire stuff. Would you say Kazuya is a bad beginner pick? Yes. I would. Reina's better.
Shaoling's known for his
So post down back 2 mixes. Post down back 2 mixes. Back turn 2.
smothering pace.
Let's take a look at it again.
Block on the load. That could have gone sideways, able to get it. This is
Wait, that was on hit. He didn't hit check it. On hit? I'm going to say that was a mistake. He didn't hit check it. I'm going to say he decided that I'm going to do this. Read based choice. Because he would have gotten a wall hit if he hit checked that. So there's no reason for him not to do it. He would have. There's no reason.
what Shaoling's known for. Smothering.
Back turn 1-2. Back turn 2-1. Back. Hypnotist. Mix. In heat.
Pace.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Post. Hypnotist. Level 2. 3. Sweep. Up back 4. Immediate. Hip. Towards. Hip.
You're seeing right now.
Yep, into another one. Immediately. Hip. Mix. Press. No movement.
Why Ling Xiaoyu is so strong is that hypnotist stance that got buffed like crazy from Tekken 7 to Tekken 8 now. She has a
Dash forward 2? No, dash forward 1.
relatively
1, 2, 1.
mix up from hypnotist.
Watch this again.
From Tekken 7 to Tekken 8 now. She has a very relatively safe mix.
How do you do that? How did he do that? How do you do that? Hey, Yaya. I'm tempted to open the game up right now. I should keep watching. We'll keep watching.
Mix up from hypnotist, a -12 low in, or -13 low.
Right.
And the pretty safe mix up from.
He ducked into AOP to get that special duck. Huh. That makes it way stronger. Robbie, don't care. Don't worry about tears. You're not good enough to be a problem. No, I'm sorry. If you like a character, you can typically play them at our levels if you're still trying to figure that stuff out. Or Jason's level. Who's, you know, beginner. But really, if you think a character's cool, you should play them. Like, if you think they're cool, play them. Doesn't matter. You'll have to learn hard things eventually, regardless of what character you play. It's just a matter of when do you want to front load. Do you want to front load it or do you want to back load it? Your need to learn things. But everyone has to learn eventually.
From system minus 12 low, minus 13 low. Right.
So he jabs. Let's think about this for a second, right? Because Ling has 1 down 2, 1 2 1. Your opponent, who knows, isn't going to press after seeing a jab. So if you go straight from 1 into an immediate forward, they're 1 in range for the forward to hit. If they do a slow move, you'll get a counter hit into a combo. If they block it, you're in hypnotist for free and you're up close to them. And this guy's already in heat. So in heat, hypnotist is way more powerful. And in heat, forward is way more powerful. It seems like once you're in heat with Xiaoyu, you need to go party time on them. It's time to go hard. 1, mix. 1, forward. Do hip, mix. In heat. Whoops.
And the mid, which is safe.
Yeah. So early.
So down back 2 into down back 3 again. We saw it earlier, right? Remember this over here? It's down back 2. Down forward 2 is this. Brain tap into down forward 2. Did I look at that right? Is that right? Down back 2. I guess it was. Where was it? I wrote it somewhere. We've seen this before. Whatever, it's fine. It's too big. Back turn, down. Back turn, down back 3. 4. 4 counter hit fish. Let's just say this is gonna go in my Tekken notes.
Seconds, Shaoling
Combo. Oh shit!
Not wasting any time popping that heat already. Bro. Gets the tail flip as well.
Bro!
Oh my goodness, Ling Xiaoyu X marks the spot. This is so much damage, man.
And the mix up from back to, look at this. That is a quick
marks the already.
Safe.
Yeah. Tail flip as well. So early seconds, Shaoling not wasting any time popping that heat already. Bro. Gets the tail flip as well.
Bro!
Oh my goodness, Ling Xiaoyu X marks the spot. This is so much damage, man.
And the mix up from back to, look at this. That is a quick 2 rounds there. Shaoling taking no.
Go for snake edge.
Man's on a speed run. Okay, nice down 2.
4-4-3.
Kazama gets a counter hit. Good follow up with
Back off. 4-4-3 again. Wait, why didn't it come out?
Okay, nice down 2. So Kazama gets a counter hit. Good follow up with the switchblade.
These guys are beefing,
okay.
Bro.
I'm just gonna say frames got dropped in the stream.
Dude, it's so crazy how we went from a conservative match with the heat.
He starts off with the 4-2-1.
Okay. Dude, it's so crazy.
From here. Right there, after blocking Demon Paul. Anti-Jin notes. After blocked Demon Paul. I know people have been asking for this. Here it is. Forward 2-1. No dash required. You will hit them. Save.
We went from a
See? And he was backdashing too. Even if they backdash. And they can't sidestep either. Cool.
match with the Heat now.
Forward 4-3. Forward 2-1. Mixes. We're looking for every moment where this person is mixing up and what they're mixing up with. That's what we're looking for. What are your mixes? You're clearly effective. Forward 3. Then what do you do after this?
Now everyone's just spent.
Wow. So down back 3 and 4 is your turnaround like default move. It's fast as fuck. And it leads into a confirmable combo. So we're gonna add forward 3 mixes. Forward 3. Back turn. Down back 3, 3-4.
Spending heat right away.
Was that normal hit? Jesus Christ! Oh my god! I need. My eyes are hurting. There we go. That's better. Hola, Jellyman. Oh my god. Down back 4, back turn, down back 3+4. Mixes. Yeah, we're watching all this person's things. And we're gonna break down that triple perfect and post that as a video because that should be very popular. But I also want to see what this person did the whole way through. I want to add more than just this is what they did. I want to look at this is what they do to get to this point, and then this is what they did. We're looking at it all. So, instant while running, 3. On normal hit / block. Which is wild to me. I never would have thought I never would have thought to try that. We won't write that one down.
Okay, hop kick. Very defensively played. Ooh. Okay, gets the wall as well.
Nice, yo, because...
You know, let's just go to it. After this, is this
stop the bleeding there, and he did so very well.
Top 8, ladies and gents.
Oh, he is ready, man. I mean, our grand finalist.
Look at that. Clean, solid, no movement in his hands. He's not shaking. He's just like...
First match on stream was definitely a statement to everyone that he is here to play. And that Ling
He beat some
Xiaoyu
ass.
is so optimized, so scary. He knows how to assert the mix-ups. He's utilizing the back turn, the AOP, and the hypnotist stance perfectly.
I love it.
He's stringing them together.
Let's watch one before this.
Perfect, bro. It's only the first master event.
It is.
We have
That's
the whole season.
true. Oh my god, he set the bar.
Here it is.
With a specialist like Shaoling, yeah, he does use Raven, he does use Ling. He's so creative and he's so, I would have to say, he's so confident in the way he just transitions for different stances. So Spooky.
Here we go.
Round underway.
Dragons alive.
4-4-3 action again.
Shaoling is the one to draw first blood.
Let's go for X mark the spot. The movement of Rife.
Nice adjustment on the combo.
Excellent stuff to make the sidewall work in his
So we're
face.
seeing more of that back turn 2-1
Rife.
mix. We're seeing a lot more of the 4-4-3.
Mix it up.
Okay, Shaoling still on a timer here. Has to use the heat dash. And all right, will he go for a burst? Will he go for...
Now she's not in heat. How's he going to respond? How's he going to play? It seems like when you're out of heat, yep, I've had that happen to me before too.
Okay, dashed in just to push for the wall.
Yeah, when we're not in heat, that's when things are kind of a problem for her. So once we get the heat, we got to kill them. That seems to be the play. Get in heat and kill them.
Rife. Almost got the wall for that.
He almost did, but now he's going to continue on the offense here. Shaoling, no. Forcing for the defense. Oh,
Got him with the axe.
Drop the axe on her. Rife working on it. Perfect. Oh, my goodness.
He might get it. He does. Golden letters, baby. Dragons Rife.
Oh.
As good as gold.
Yep. Not the best first 2 rounds, but Shaoling definitely has some left in the tank here.
Man, his movement is crazy.
Yo, it
Stop
is.
this guy. There you go,
Nice.
Shaoling.
Dude, I thought Ling was the evasive one.
I ducked.
Oh, my
Duck,
goodness.
Another down back 2.
Smokes Rife now. Forced to go into heat as well.
So the 4-4-3s, I guess,
Oh my goodness.
are there to stop the down back 2 low blocks.
Right? Yeah, and like you said, I like to point out, you know, the evasion, the movement, the stepping was just so on point. Then if he knew he had to kill, he didn't really overstretch himself, just went for the 1-3, just go for the down back 4, just goes for simple stuff. Very calculated.
Man, to be a fly on the wall and those preparation rooms when Rife, Joker, Kurana, these guys are practicing because they're clearly advanced.
To be in the war room like that. I
Yeah,
wonder what they
absolutely.
talk about, man.
So they're definitely planning it out. Look, you go here, pick this character, and beat everybody. That's probably how the plan sounds. Pick this character, duck everything dumb they do, and destroy them.
Okay, that is the game plan.
All right.
Let's see if you
Running
can go
it back.
And let's see what any words.
Wow.
of wisdom we're
Counter
giving
throw.
to, Shaoling here.
Big 1+2.
Tagging him again at the legs. Shaoling not have answers just yet for Rife's offense.
Damn.
I think he's trying to play it basic, and that's not good enough right now. He's struggling.
Oh,
Yeah.
for sure.
Looks like my matches right now. That's what it looks like when I get fucked.
It's like he's just able to outmove him and outpoke him, and just he's ready for anything that Shaoling does throw in his favor.
Yep, I've already learned my lesson about ever sleeping on this guy since last year. He's monstrous.
Oh yeah. Both these guys are monsters in their own rights, but now
But Rife is playing like he's on another level.
Oh.
Oh my God, what a whip punish.
taking him to another level there with a huge launch.
Double claws.
Okay. Question mark future for the spike.
But we know Shaoling wins this.
Going.
He's got the plus, nice mid from the hypnotist. Oh, the big low. He's
It's a good move, man. It's a good move
All right.
for her.
On the board for Shaoling.
Roll the dice. Roll the dice. Nice step, Shaoling.
Start rolling it more.
Holding flower to get the heat engage. And now Shaoling, gets stopped by the back 2-1. Yo,
Let's go. Still rushing it down. Big whip. Nice punish with the 4-4, and he's still got the
Oh, dropped it.
Shaoling.
Oh, nice.
Gets to keep his heat though.
Shaoling now forced to go with the heat smash. But now Rife.
Got it.
It's his turn to swing.
Missed.
Rife took advantage. Pressure's on.
Oh!
Nice low.
Ooh, one for the read.
That string too many times, and Shaoling was ready.
He did. But now can Shaoling close this one out?
Nice!
That's the grab
He got
for the
it!
waiting
Shaoling!
moon. Closing out the 3rd round. Shaoling 1 round away from tying out the set.
The lob was ready.
Yes. The floor explosions
Oh
are
my
there.
God!
And
They
Shaoling.
probably are using the same. Is that Mr. Cross move that drill? I've seen that one. I've done it, a couple of it, a little bit of it. It's pretty good shit.
That was a sick combo.
Okay.
Stepping on him. Faking out the lows too. Wow, he's so close. Shaoling, whatever this advice was, it was amazing.
Yeah.
And Shaoling's rushing it down the wall.
Oh
Got him with the
my
low,
God.
and he got gold right back.
He did. What an answer
Jeez.
back.
Look at that pop off.
Ivory Coast stand
That was
up.
Shaoling's like, shit.
How, I don't even understand how
His homie's coming to him.
so quickly to what Rife was doing. That was amazing.
Uh-oh. So now we see that
Let's go Ivory Coast.
his words
Let's go Africa.
to Rife.
Let's go fucking Africa.
Coach at a time, but everyone's actually giving him words of wisdom. I think he had that same look. He's like, I got this. Don't worry. All right, I got this.
All right.
All right.
We shall see.
This is going to be crazy.
Absolutely. This is going to be so nuts. What stage did we get? We got the stage again? How?
Oh, God.
That's insane.
Okay, the stage gods wanting this battle to commence here into the stratosphere, folks.
Freaking crazy, man.
What?
The Jimmy J Tran special. I can just get the stage I want.
That is a buff that is transferable, but now high splat for Shaoling. Not looking too good for Rife.
Bro, I don't even understand. This pressure's intense. Nice punish.
Yeah.
13 frames, baby.
Kazama style.
He did a double side step into back turn heat smash.
Gray health, not much. Okay, pops heat.
Man, his back is really to the wall.
Yo.
Not just figuratively. Nice answer with the back one, but didn't kill.
No dive kicks. Okay, forced to spend the smash.
I love seeing this. I love seeing this. I fucking love it.
Wow, right with the comeback. Insanity.
That was
Yeah, this is the madness I see in my ranked sets.
You can only see Rife kind of pop up. He's hyping himself up here, folks. Gets the first round. Dragon's Rife.
Sick round. That was the first time that Shaoling tried to go low from the hypnotist. Shaoling was right, was still ready.
Back I have no idea what you mean.
Now good whip punish by Shaoling. Answers back.
Need more words.
That was dangerous. He's lucky that Rife didn't punish just like he did before.
Oh, wow. It's getting very dangerous.
Nice.
Very scrambly situations here.
Up close pressure.
Yeah.
Good defense so far.
Ooh. He's in with the 4-4-2. He's trying to maul him just like he did in the first game, but Shaoling looking for the comeback.
Down back two. Continuing on the pressure here. Rife also has rage.
Nice.
Oh,
He launched it.
punish.
Got him.
Oh, wow. You got to finish the combo.
He did.
And he gets it. Round number 2 goes to Shaoling.
I'm looking at the frequency of the down back twos. It's a lot.
Big block low by Rife.
How would you cut away from the beginning of the round, guys? Come on.
So godlike.
A tug of war of sorts, a seesaw battle. Shaoling now wants to get the pressure going. Oh,
He
good
went punished it.
punish.
He got the wall too.
Nice combo.
Tornado.
Yo, the side resplat hypnotist.
Oh, I'm whiffed.
Get it though.
And Rife was ready with the punish.
No time.
Great roll to get out of there. Yeah, a lot of down back too, especially on Oki because they can't low parry it.
Oh, he did finish the string, but now Rife has to pop for heat.
It's
We're
not
down 3. Yep. Okay. Okay. I have to low more. I have to low more. Got it. Understood. Thank you.
Floor is lava. We've seen
Low
it
more
before.
often.
Shaoling able to take advantage in the early seconds.
Whoever gets the first hit is busting that wall immediately. 2-4.
Oh, here
there
we
we
go.
go.
Tidal wave for
Taste
the
the
floor.
lava.
Boom. Rife spending the real estate advantage early on.
Ouch. Was available. The plus is available.
Great. So I mean, blocking is also still important, but 4-4-3s are key.
We engage.
These 4-4-3s are really key.
Low. We're at the final round.
Let's go.
For Xiaoyu, heat is when the game starts. You're correct.
Who's better tonight? Winner's bracket. Rife versus Shaoling.
Down 2.
Forward
Got him.
2. Looking good.
It's Rife to pop heat first. Shaoling now.
Nice block.
block on the low.
Great block. Oh yeah, yeah, that one we know about.
Was for Shaoling. He
We know
tried
that
to
one.
throw in instead, he ate the while standing too.
What a sequence by Shaoling. He finds the wall as well. X marks the
Mix
spot.
up. He's looking so good right now.
He is Rife on his final legs. He's just forced to spend the dash. Spooky. He
I
can
don't know
do
what's
it.
gonna
One
happen.
more with
Oh.
the
Yup.
Shaoling.
4-4-4-2.
The final round.
He pops off.
Shaoling has sent Rife to the loop.
He actually pops off.
What a sequence.
A phenomenal display of
Wow.
mind from both players. They were really out-reading each other. Excellent punishment from both sides. Great movement. But Shaoling
Oh,
in the final round.
That was an intense battle, intense back and forth.
so precious. I love it.
Both of them were really on point. And
Man, I love these kinds of moments with people.
actually to use the real estate advantage, but man,
Now listen
never
to
say
me,
die.
chat, all right? Last year, I tried to tell you all about how amazing Ivory Coast Tekken was, okay? You saw the videos. You saw me do
Those
everything.
Reef.
If you're not convinced now of Ivory Coast Tekken, what's wrong with you?
Oh,
Where is the other one?
I mean, he was here. You were here.
I
you
saw
witnessed
it.
He
I
saw,
know.
You witnessed it hard, especially you don't know her strings.
Right.
She can continue on the offense. So
Right.
there's Flo actually. Speaking
There
of
he
devil.
is, man. Yeah,
Yeah,
the
he is.
Reina specialist himself.
But yeah, how do you feel about Reina?
Yeah, no, definitely. I think that Reina is
We're just casually watching all of the sets.
Yeah.
But now people are realizing just how strong she is.
Mm.
Just with
Oh, the fucking just dash, 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 dash.
damage is really good. And you don't need to have the amount of execution that you needed with Heihachi, for example.
Right,
if you want to
right.
go for the easy launch, you have the down 4-2 option. And just so many...
That right there, we've already we're adding that one thing to our game plan.
While you were talking,
Down back 2 into back turn.
forced the
Down back 4.
away from that wall, but all of this was just from pokes and stand
Oh,
up.
that was fucked up. I got thrown by that. That hit me. I blinked and I was like thrown.
Ling Xiaoyu kind of has everything. She has
Yeah.
3 different stances that can mix you up like crazy. She has massive damage, plus range there with running 3.
I love it. 1-2 and while running 3.
Go forward, forward, 2 into the sentai stance.
Okay, goes double low that time. Nice block by Shaoling.
Yep.
Continue to go for the bladed fan. These back turn Xiaoyu mix-ups. Nice duck there by Sirius Black though.
Oh,
Yeah. I see that. I see that.
Sirius Black. Beautiful comeback there.
Yeah, excellent stuff on the side of his Reina.
Again. Okay, hold on. We're gonna write the one down. That one's getting written down. We've seen it so many times now. You're being added to our list. So we have 1-2. 1-2. Instant while running 3. Instead of the 2-1-2 ender. That makes sense
Instant running 3s as well. Those put you in a complete mix-up there from Shaoling.
because it's plus on block.
And he'll get a launch this time. Oh, what we got here? Oh my god, Hypnosis mix-ups.
Oh my god, he loves the wall. Shaoling closes
Bruh.
it
Yeah.
out with a perfect.
That was so good, man. Shaoling is definitely showing us some really unique stuff here with Ling.
Oh yeah, 100%. But Sirius Black though, gonna try to get the offense going. Reina, nice step by Shaoling.
Sidewalk, yeah, beautiful. We've got the homing moves now.
Almost no use of down back 4.
Okay, go.
The back turn 2, yes, but not down back 4. Not that good of a move compared to down back 3
Sirius Black here.
and down back 2.
Got to be careful though, Shaoling. Once he goes into AOP and Hypnotist.
Be very dangerous. No back one for you. Able
Got
to
him.
float him though.
Yeah, that was definitely a misinput, man. And Shaoling's going to take full advantage of that as he pushes Sirius back to the wall.
Okay, pops heat just for a little bit of plus frames. Follow it up. Shaoling on the defense.
Ooh, nice choice.
Yo! Went straight for that heat smash. Probably caught him. Button press timing was off, but Shaoling no.
Great with punish.
Heat engage, you're going to get a full heat gauge there.
Yo,
But nice
deep
interrupt
breath.
range available.
Oh!
Nice side.
God, like.
Oh my
You know, we're not seeing a lot of evade steps.
Yo, that's gonna be it.
Besides of AOP, we're seeing a bunch of, but not just regular steps.
And look, it's so calm as well.
He was. Actually, with Sirius Black, that was kind of smiling. Like, all right, I see you. I still took you all the way to the final round.
Yeah.
I'm still very confident in my Reina. Hopefully we see a little bit of a variety when the next stage comes out. Ooh, secluded training grounds.
Alrighty, here we go.
Hometown advantage, I'd say, for Reina.
It is, man. But I mean, if the Shaoling can go by Shaoling himself, man. I mean, we're seeing
This has been fascinating.
with Xiaoyu.
I said 4, yep.
Not just do the same thing over and over again. He'll switch the combos up to go for Oki and
Right,
sometimes
right.
go for like
Right, that's why I'm watching this, because that's what I want to see. I don't want to see the same old bullshit every time. I want to see this. I want to see mastery of the character
Stances, right?
in a setting that is
Sirius Black,
pressured.
back corner.
This is more valuable than watching anyone playing ranked.
the AOP down for the extra evasion. Hypnotist now down back 2. Here we go, heat smash. Wants the mix up, goes mid again. And Shaoling just continuing.
But when he is stepping, it's sidestep AOP.
Side, very dominant round 1. Sirius Black, though, he can still try to bounce.
Yeah, back turn into the parry move thing.
Alrighty.
The turn around.
Okay.
We see a lot of that online.
Unable to finish it. That sidewalk kind of
In the
messes
higher
up.
ranks, I'm
Shaoling
tired.
has advantage. Yo, constant pressure, Spag.
It's just so scary, man.
The
4-4-4.
Oh, God.
Hold on, watch that again.
Constant pressure, Spag.
It's just so scary, man.
Here it is. 4-4-4. There it is. I'm gonna say on block. This isn't gonna get its own category. 1-2-1. Down. Yoda. It's 2, 3. Okay, and heat. We've been the bottom. There. Heat. Option. Modifier. Actually, no, it doesn't matter if you're in heat or not. He wasn't in heat here. 1 forward. Whoops. One, 2. Forward, forward, 4.
Oh, God. Blade fan goes low that time. Seriously, not much answers. A lot of questions. Shaoling is proposing here, but he's going to go for heat.
Yep.
Nice, actually trying to go for
Wait, what did he hit him into that?
Questions Shaoling is proposing here, but he's going to go for heat smash.
Nice, actually trying to go for heat burst.
We know that one already. We don't need to add it.
Out with the heat smash, but still a long road back.
Oh, back dashes, but catches
No.
the flip back. Shaoling.
Set point
So
now for
dominant.
Shaoling to move into top 32, making out of pulls. Sidestep AOP. The evasion goes for the sweep.
Big low there by Shaoling. Pushes for the wall. All these wall breaks have been on Shaoling's side. Sirius Black forced the block. Oh no,
He's
low
dead.
to follow
Wow.
it.
When you're trying to figure out your play style in a fighting game, when you're trying to figure out how can I play this character in a way that fits me, that fits somebody else, because that's them. You don't need to play like somebody else. You need to play like you. I know what I like to play like, how I like to play, and the kind of choices I want to force my opponent to make. I'm able to do that, the better I tend to play, regardless of the game. Nobody can really tell you what that's going to be for you. You have to just kind of practice, play, and find out what works for you. So this hopefully will help me.